Hi folks, I'm Ian Baker, the product specialist here at American RV in beautiful Grand Rapids, Michigan. Today I'm here to tell you all about the 2017 Keystone Montana 3791 RD. Now this beautiful unit behind me does have some of the changes you'll see going into the 2018 model year, which is really cool. So let's go ahead and start on the front here. We'll make our way around and then check out the inside. So right up front, one of the first things you'll notice there is the beautiful painted front cap. They kind of stayed with the graphics that they've had for 2017, which I think is a great idea. It's very streamlined, very simple. I love what they have done. It is still cut back a little ways here, so that way if you are doing sharper turns, you won't blow out the back of your window in your truck. LED light strips, you have it on both sides here down below and a large one up top. Mirror right here in the center as well. That way as you are backing up when you're trying to have your your hitch line up with the kingpin here, you can go ahead and use this mirror, which makes life a little bit easier on you. Speaking of the kingpin, this is the More Ride kingpin on here. This is great. Essentially it gives you 3 inches of travel, and this really helps take a lot of the bucking and chucking out of the tow experience. It uses rubber rather than gas, which just does a great job, again, because most of that bucking and chucking is from starting and stopping the coach, and this really aids in helping prevent it. Let's go ahead and shoot underneath here. We'll take a look at the front storage compartment. So you'll see how nice and clean it is over here, which is great. Over to the side, you see the battery box is large enough for 2 batteries there, and you also notice the battery disconnect. This coach also actually has 2 disconnects. You have one right here, then one over in the convenience center. I will show you a little bit later. You also have a separate door right here, especially to access that compartment, as you can see. And again, the disconnect right over there. Your hydraulic lines and fluids are tucked away in this side as well. Right over here you see a light, so that way if you need to get in there at night, you can go ahead and turn that guy on. Just gives you a little bit of extra visibility. So now that we're on the side of the coach, take a look at the roof line. We'll start up top, kind of work our way down here. There's a ton of features that make Montana great. One of them is the rolled roof edge. You can see how the material kind of comes down the sidewall further than most manufacturers. The big advantage of that is it's less chance for any kind of water penetration. Because it comes down the sidewall, it's not a hard edge, it's a larger radius, which helps in natural water situations, but it's also beneficial if you hit something. If you brush the top of the unit against a structure or a low-hanging tree branch, there's less chance it will tear that roof membrane open because it is a larger radius on the corner. Making your way down from that, of course, is the rain downspout and then the power awning. Power awning's great, just touch of a button that rolls out, same thing to go back in, very simple and easy to use. There are adjustments on either side as well, so you can go ahead and adjust it for rainwater. There's also an LED light under there, so if you don't want to hang up your Christmas lights, that's fine. You can just flip a switch and you are all set. You have 2 speakers out here. That is something that was actually started earlier this year. A lot of your past Montanas have not had it. Some of the other lines like the High Country and Mountaineer did, but they finally did put outside speakers on the Montana, which was definitely something they needed to do. Now those are controlled by your Multimedia Center inside. However, they are Bluetooth capable. So if you're sitting out here, you want to control the music, you can just go ahead and use your phone or tablet, connect to that Multimedia Center via Bluetooth, and you will be all set. On either side of the speakers, you see frameless windows. Frameless windows not only look really nice, but there's a couple other benefits to them as well. One, the seal itself is tucked behind the glass. This part of the glass here, not the tinted part, but this little frame part beneath it is actually painted, and that helps prevent your seal from getting beat up by the elements. So it's tucked behind that painted glass, which means, of course, you will get more longevity and life out of the window. Also, because the way they open, they essentially tilt open. That allows you to have the windows open while it's raining, and you can still get good airflow coming through. Beautiful exterior on the Montana as well. You can see the high gloss shine on there, which is great. Then as we make our way down right over here, we'll open this guy up. This is one of your 2 propane tank compartments. You have a 30-pound on this side and a 30-pound on the other side. Right here, one of your jacks for your auto level system. You can take a look there. That is the level up system, 6-point hydraulic auto level on this coach. The great thing about auto level is you touch a button and it does the rest for you. Now it does have to be programmed. Usually it's something that's done at the manufacturer, or we can do it here at the dealership, and you can always control that manually as well. The other cool thing though is it does have memory, so when you're done camping you can just touch that auto level button again. The fifth wheel will actually move to where you dropped it off at. That way you can just back your truck right in, hook up, and go. Next to that compartment, we have this guy right here. This is great. You'll see, of course, covered hinge on there. One of the newer things Montana has gone to is they have gone to magnetic latches, which are nice. Previously, it had struts, and while struts are great, if there's a slide above, if you don't have a slide, it's a lot nicer to have it swing all the way open. That way you don't have this to bust your head on. So this opens all the way up, which is great. Nice and easy access to get into your garage storage here. And you can see how big, open, and large this is. The majority of the reason for that is this right here. It has what they call a drop frame construction. So if you see the I-beam kind of riding above the tires right there, and it's going along, and then all of a sudden, boom, it's down there. That's what they call the drop frame construction. What that essentially does is gives you huge space right up front here. Couple things as far as features that are in here. Of course, you have a light, so you can see. You have an electrical outlet there, central vac, that's where your central vac dumps out at, and you also can see there's a heat duct. So if you do have items in here that you don't want to freeze, that's not a problem. As long as the furnace is running, it will blow hot air into that space. Electrical outlet out here as well. That way, if you don't want to have your door open, not a problem. You can just plug whatever you need to right there. Getting into this coach is very simple. This is something else that's fairly new, again, in the late 2017 model year. They've gone to this more ride step system, and it is phenomenal. I love these steps. They're extremely solid. I mean, you can see when I step on here, there's no give. You know, you can jump on them, not a problem. They're wide. You know, it's more, the rise here is more of a standard step height, and you still have the easy grab handle right here in order to help guide you in. Now, a couple of the models, they put them in the pass-through, but what they have done on some of these newer ones, where they are able, this is actually really cool. So to store the steps away, all you have to do, you just open the door up just like so. You lift the steps up, and they clip right into place, and they're light. You know, these are aluminum, so it's not hard at all to lift that up. You can see right here there's this handle. You just turn the handle, it undoes the latch on both sides, and then you bring it right back down. The feet here are extendable, so you can go ahead and extend those to whatever height you need to in order to you know, make the steps at the best, the most optimal height there. But that way it's nice and level and easy to go ahead and climb into the coach. So that's a great addition that they have added on the newer or later model 2017s. Another big change they've made is this right here. Most of your models, when we go inside, you'll see they have gone to the booth style, or buffet style dinette. Okay, so by doing that, what that allows is something you commonly see in motorhomes, where on the other side of the buffet style dinette is a TV. So now most of your Montana models will have this, and you get your outside entertainment center right there, which is very cool. Let's take a look underneath. You see right here you have the aluminum alloy rims, which is awesome. Less chance for any kind of rust or corrosion. You can see in the center the More Ride CRE 3000 suspension system. That's really nice too. That essentially gives you 3 inches of travel on that as well, you know, to help eat up some of those potholes. And that, in conjunction with your More Ride hitch pin, make a huge difference in the towability, which is why people love towing Montanas. Another big change they've made is they have gone to G-range tires. So you do have better tires on there. You know, it's a larger unit. You want to make sure you won't have tire issues, and that definitely helps with that. Now, the 3791 is known for its storage. Essentially, this floor plan, the big draw to it is that you have kind of the front living room floor plan, which we'll see when we go inside, but they flipped it around. By doing that, it still allows you to get the huge storage up front, which you normally don't get with front living rooms. Normally, it's a lot smaller underneath. You still get the front awning because you don't have any slides up there, and you get this extra storage right out here. So we can take a look at this. Now, these of course are on struts because you have the slide right above it, but look how much extra storage you get right here. The most storage in its class. There is a ton of storage on this fifth wheel. Now, as we make our way around the back, couple last quick things here. You do have a ladder mounted on the back. This makes it nice and easy, of course, to climb up on the roof, fully walkable roof there. So that way, if you have to get up for any kind of maintenance or if you need to brush your roof off, it's very nice and easy to do so. And it eliminates the need to have to bring a ladder as well, which saves the space in your garage storage compartment there. Then right here is a 50 amp detachable power cord. I personally like having detachable power cords because it's less chance for any kind of mice or ants or anything to climb up into the unit. All right, let's head to the off-door side. We'll take a look at the convenience center and then we'll head on in. So on the off-door side, you can take a look right here and see the convenience center. Right in there, you'll see everything you need from your outdoor shower, everything for winterization there. Solar prep up top. You also have satellite cable hookup there. The valves for your gray and black tank are there too. Also, if you take a look right underneath here, you will see the tube for your sewer hose, which again just makes it nice and convenient. They try to centrally locate everything. The only thing other thing you would need is this right up here, which is your level up system, and as I said, that of course is auto level. All right, that pretty much wraps it up for the outside. Let's go take a look at the inside. Welcome to the inside of the 2017 Keystone Montana 3791 RD. This particular model is in the Macadamia interior. So as you can see, it's nice and open up here. As I mentioned, very similar to what you would see in a front living, only this is in the back of the RV. So 100-inch wide chassis allows for the dual opposing slides with two tri-fold sofas. Without having that wide body, you wouldn't be able to do it. One of these would have to be a jackknife style. So it is very cool to have that. Of course, very comfortable to sit on, very comfortable to sleep on as well. You can have both beds out at the same time. They essentially meet right here in the middle. Now, obviously, right behind me is your entertainment center. You have the beautiful rock looks around here, soundbar up top, so you have that great sound quality, and then your TV right here in the middle. Now, this is on a swing arm, so you know right now it is basically a perfect shot towards the theater seating. But if you want to turn it toward either of the couches, you can do that as well. Right down below here is the fireplace. Not only does this look really cool, it has a bunch of different flame settings on there, so you can change the way the flame looks. But it also does a great job of taking the chill off in the space, as it is essentially a big space heater. So the neat thing about that is if you don't pay for electric at the campsite, that is essentially free heat. On both sides here you see a window. These not only open, but they also have the roller shades on there. So you have roller shades throughout. Actually every window in this coach opens, which again is really cool. So if you see a window, you know that it can open to help with that cross breeze. On the top and bottom, you have storage on either side as well. This one actually has your multimedia center hidden up here. So this is your radio, CD player, and a DVD player. So if you want to watch a movie, you can pop it right in here and watch it on the big screen. Also, this controls your speakers inside and the speakers outside. And as I mentioned, it was Bluetooth capable. Then underneath here, you can go ahead and see you have storage there. Electrical outlet on the side too, so if you do need to plug anything else in on the sides, you can certainly do that. Now right over here is a theater seating that I was mentioning. Both of these do recline, which is great, so that way you can kick your feet up, really relax. Cup holder right here in the center too. So you know, this is definitely the best seat in the house. And as I said, you know, very reminiscent of what you see in the front living floor plan. And this is great for entertaining. If you have guests over, you know, you have plenty of seating here. You can sleep extra people as well. Really just makes a very cool floor plan. So let's take a look at the ceiling real quick. One of the things you'll notice is all along the crown molding, they've left a little gap behind it and have put in LED rope lighting, which gives a really nice auxiliary light. Also in the middle, you have LED lights throughout, which are great because they're nice and bright. Also, they use a fraction of the power and don't put out near the heat. And then if you notice right up front here, you don't have the big box. What you have instead is a quiet, cool AC. Both the AC in the back here and the one in the front are quiet, cool. We'll see that one in a little bit. But one other thing of note is this one back here also has a heat pump in it. So again, we're talking about electric heat. The cool thing about that, between the fireplace and that heat pump, you can pretty much heat this coach as long as it doesn't drop below 40 degrees outside, because at that point your heat pump no longer works and you would have to switch over to propane. But that's definitely a really cool feature. So I really like they have that. And again, you know, if you don't have to pay for electric at the campsite, we're talking free heat. So let's head on down the steps here. We'll move into the kitchen and dining room area. So starting right over here in this slide, this is one of the big changes that they have made. I showed you on the outside where the TV is, which essentially is right underneath this buffet style dinette. But this is really, really cool. So very reminiscent of what you see in motorhomes. This is something you see quite often, but you don't see it in fifth wheels. The way it is set up right now, you know, it's a smaller table for 2 people. You can do one of 2 things. One, this actually pulls out, so we just pull this, and then just like so, that pulls right on out. And then right here you also have a leaf. So take a look at that. I mean, that really opens the space up. Now you have a very large table. You have 2 extra folding chairs you can use as well, which is great. So that way, if you do have additional guests, again, you can have a full meal. The chairs also do have storage underneath the seats. Now this side, on the far side here, you have an electrical outlet. So if you need to plug anything in there, you can. And then right over here, you have a power tower. So you'll see you have 2 electrical outlets there and 2 USB ports. But I think this is a great addition. I really like what they've done. Just an excellent utilization of space. Windows all the way around, of course, and again, the roller shades, light fixture here up top. Now let's move over into the kitchen. So one of the other changes they've made, they have gone to a new solid surface, a little more modern in my opinion, a little bit harsher edges there, but I really like the colors. You know, it kind of blends light and dark, and I think they've done a great job of tying it in. So my opinion, that is certainly an upgrade. Now the center island right here has great prep space. You also have the 2 sink top covers on here, as you can see. Again, solid surface just like everything else. Smaller bowl here on the right. The one right over here on the left is quite a bit larger, as you can tell. And then you have the high-rise faucet here. This is a pull-out faucet too. Now if we take a look underneath, right underneath the sink here, we open this up. What they have done, there's 2 things underneath here. One is your trash can, which is nice. The other is this little wall right here. And what that's for is you can actually take your sink top covers and slide them right in there. All too often you buy these big expensive fifth wheels and you have these beautiful sink top covers and you don't have a place to put them, you know, so you just have to take them off and kind of set them to the side, and it's awkward. Not a problem now. You know, a very simple fix to a problem. So I think they did a great job. Run right down here, 3 full extension drawers. You can see there, great space in those as well. Now let's move along this wall over here. Actually, you know, let's start right over here. So underneath your theater seating, you can see you have some extra storage. Go ahead and open this up. Now this is a change too for this particular floor plan. Before, these 2 right here had drawers. They have gone away from that and have made all 3 open. The neat thing about that is there aren't any dividers in between either. So if you have larger items like bedding or pillows or something you want to put in there, you certainly can. Or whatever else, you know, you want to fit in there. But I think that was, you know, a positive change as well. Right here's your residential refrigerator and freezer combo, Samsung stainless steel. Now because this is residential, this does run off of all electric, but you have an inverter down below on the ceiling of your garage storage there. So that way as you're going down the road, it will make sure this stays charged, or not charged, but it'll make sure this stays running rather. That way you don't have to worry about traveling with your food. Then as we open up the bottom here, this is your freezer. You can see great space right there. Open this up and you do have a tray here because this does have an ice maker, which again is very convenient. That way you don't have to worry about buying big bags of ice. You can just go ahead and make it for all of your cocktails right there. Then moving over, nice large pantry. You have the tinted glass on the front, so we open it up here, light right there, and then you have several shelves going down. They are large shelves, so nice large pantry area, you know, which is great. So you have plenty of room in the fridge and freezer, plenty of room here in the pantry. Couple cubby holes right there, storage up top. This is a convection microwave, so stainless steel front. I really like the convection. They give you both options. You have your standard oven here as well, but personally, you know, if I love using convection microwave, I think they work great. They cook about 50% faster than what your standard oven does, and it's nice and easy to clean. 30 inches, by the way, so very large, so you are able to fit bigger items in there. Right down below here, again, solid surface. This is a cover too, which is really cool. What they've done is they use a solid surface, they put a hinge on there, that way it just folds right back. So this not only has a place to put it, so again, you don't have a problem of where do I put these beautiful things, you can just fold them right up here. Then this also acts as a backsplash. Right over here you'll see a plug-in, so if you do need to plug anything in, it is nice and easy to do so. You have a bank of 4 drawers coming right down here. Go ahead and open those up. You'll see the top one there does have a spot for silverware. And then as you go underneath, again, same size, so plenty of room for spatulas, serving spoons, things of that nature. Then right over here is your hutch. They kind of have a decorative backsplash on here too, gives it a really cool look. If you take a look up top, you can see some storage up there. They have, again, the tinted glass. Some shelves right along the side here, which is nice. Again, the beautiful solid surface top plug-in. So if you want to put your coffee bar here, margarita bar, whatever it is, you can certainly do that. And then underneath you have some storage here on both sides, and in the center right here what you will see is your central vac. So you can just lift this up, plug your hose in, and be good to go. And then underneath you also have the toe kick, which is really cool. So the way that works, essentially it's kind of like a hair salon. You can sweep all your hair up, then you just take your foot, see, you just kind of kick that guy up. Then when you're done, you shut it right back down. So that's really neat too, just makes cleaning up a whole heck of a lot easier. Alright folks, that pretty much wraps it up for the back half. Let's go up the steps here. We'll go take a look at the bathroom and bedroom. So right down here in the bathroom is the foot flush lever toilet. That is porcelain, of course, so it's nice and easy to clean up. Then as we move over to this side, you notice a very large linen closet, so you have plenty of room for towels and everything else you need to put in there. Right up here on the ceiling is a Max air fan, which does a great job of getting moisture out. And then you have a very large skylight here as well, which provides a ton of natural light and excellent headroom. You have the hand wand on the shower bar, great shelving, and a seat in this beautiful one-piece shower with the tri-slide glass door. Then moving over here, you see the mirrored medicine cabinet with storage. Beneath that is the sink top and vanity. You'll notice that is solid surface with a molded in bowl, and you have additional storage underneath. The bedroom of the 3791 features a king size bed, which is great. That way you have plenty of room, don't have to worry about elbowing each other in the middle of the night. Also, you have big storage underneath, very easy to access. It is strut supported. You can see the 2 folding chairs under there as well, which is a great place to store them. Leather headboard right up there, which is nice. Not only does it look great, it's also functional because you can sit up against it, read a book, and you have your 2 LED reading lights there to do so as well. On the sides of the slide out bed here, you see 2 windows. Again, both of those do open. Also 2 electrical outlets, so if you need to charge your cell phone at night, you can certainly do so. And you have 2 shelves right down below. Some cubby holes on the side of the bed, and you see you have an electrical outlet there, so if you have a CPAP machine you need to plug in, that's not an issue. Then right up here is your wardrobe. You will notice that you have a hanging rod right up top here with a light. Great big shelving there, plenty of room for shoes. You have an electrical outlet. The other side here actually has a shoe rack running all up and down. You have mirrored doors, but on the other side there is all shoe rack, which is great. Then right over here you can see you have the slots on the door. And just for general knowledge, when you see this on a door, generally that means that's where washer dryer would go, and that is exactly the case here. So they put shelves in here as well as a hanging rod, so if you don't want washer and dryer, this is great storage space, but otherwise you can see your washer and dryer hookup right there. So of course you just take these shelves out and that's where it would go. Now at the foot of the bed, you have your 32-inch TV right here. It is finished around. You can see the trim work. I think they did a nice job right there as well. Plug in, so you can plug in any auxiliary equipment you want to, and then you have 2 additional drawers there. Last thing I want to mention, I mentioned it earlier, but if you notice, again, you have your air intakes here. That is because this also is a quiet cool AC. But all right, folks, that pretty much wraps it up. Again, this is a late year model 2017 Keystone, Montana 3791 RD. As I did mention, some of these changes you'll see going into the 2018 model year, I think they made some great changes on an already amazing floor plan. You have a ton of storage, you get the front living feel, you know, all that outside storage, and you still get to keep your front awning. If you are interested in this unit and you're looking for price and availability, you can either give myself, Ian Baker, a call here at American RV, or you can always take a look at our website, which is AmericanRV.com, for the most up-to-date information. Also, if you enjoyed this walkthrough and you want to see more, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. That way you'll be the first to see the latest and greatest from us here at American RV. Thanks again for watching. I'm Ian Baker, and I can't wait to see you on the road to freedom.